What's going on? What's going on? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let me get this intro off the screen. Hopefully y'all are feeling good on this Victory Monday. All right, make sure my sound is good in the background. Let's get rid of this intro. Let's get this party started. Let's kill the intro, everybody. Let's kill the intro. What's going on? Hopefully y'all are feeling good. Charmaine starting this thing off early, y'all.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Charmaine starting this thing off early. Good morning, Charmaine. W412. That is a fact. It's a Victory Monday. We ain't had one of these in a while. Shout out to Charmaine. Thank you for all of your support. Shout out to you for being a super supporter on Patreon and just supporting from day one. I appreciate you. We starting this thing off right, y'all. Let me get my good mornings in order. Harris Room Sports. What's going on? How you feeling, man? We got Jackie. Good morning. How you feeling today? Felix. Good morning. Doggy Bone. What's good? Orangeburg in the building. Doggy Bone. Good morning. Detroit Gemini's in the building. Detroit Gemini, good morning. Who you checking this week? It was Ryan Clark a couple weeks ago. It would have been Jason Lloyd if he's around. He ain't around. Who you got this week, Detroit Gemini? Good morning, Charmaine. C.A. Anderson, good morning. Seattle in the house. It's going to be lit. Can't wait. Let's go. My dog, Zedric, what's going on? I know you was at their neck on X. I know you was after the win because you know they're going to be talking crazy. I don't know if he's the quarterback in 2026. So I know you was at their necks on X, Zedric. What's going on? Harold Fannin deserved the game ball. He sacrificed his body to get that TD, which ultimately won the game. I like your take on that. Marie, what is going on?
You about to lose your job.
Good morning, Marie. Good morning, Tessa. Shout out to Harris Room Sports, my dog.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Harris Room Sports with the super sticker. I appreciate you, brother. Glad to have you tapping in. I appreciate you. Definitely. Felix says, hit that like button on the way in. Y'all. If y'all enjoy this content, if y'all enjoy the community we're building together, definitely hit the like button. Just help the algorithm know that this is something you enjoy and you want to get it out to other people. It's all about engagement. That's how this whole internet thing works. So something as little as hitting the like button can go a long way. So definitely tap in to do that. Boy, them fans are mad, y'all. They want to know where they would have been if Kevin would have developed both players and started Shedeur first, which is what caused them not to stream the players live. Yeah, they're in their feelings. I noticed that. I was like, dang, what's going on with the press conferences? The press conferences was coming out all funky and everything. I was like, what is going on here? Yeah, Charmaine, talk to him. Hit the like button on the way in. Hit it on the way in. Where we at? Lost my spot a little bit here. All right, here we go. I'm glad this is the last game coming up. I hope Shedeur never has to play with Jakey ever again. Jackie, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to trade him. I think we kind of stuck with him at least for 2 years. Oh, by the way, good morning, y'all. I missed y'all Friday. Tessa, yeah, I wasn't here Friday. Keith was saying that as I was leaving yesterday that he missed on Friday. So, hey, it feels good to be missed. So I know that y'all really enjoy what we do over here. Asante, what's going on? Latika, what is going on?
I don't think he went to school nowhere. If he went to school, he didn't learn nothing.
Good morning, Latika. It's a lot of people who ain't learned nothing by the way they talking today. Finally got a day off. You can focus. Shout out to Latika for being here. It's just Maya. Good morning. How you feeling? Make sure I don't miss anybody. Asante, you see it. The Browns reporters are going against their own players. That is a fact. I'm going to show y'all. We got some loser mentality going on, y'all. We have some loser mentality. We got people who cover the Browns saying, was it a bad thing that the Browns won? And I'm like, hey, go over there with that loser stuff. Don't be over here with that loser stuff. Don't be over here with that loser stuff. Keep that loser stuff over there. Don't come over here with it. Don't come over here with it. Kofal 88, good morning. How you feeling? Latika, they sound crazy. They sound crazy. I would demand Janky is gone. If I was Shedeur, I would never throw him the ball again. Yeah, when he was doing that cut over, I don't know what he was doing. He trying to fake people out. Run to the sideline. Run to the sideline. Make them chase you down. Shanithia in the building. Good morning.
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
And Shanithia, I feel like I gotta add this one too. When you come in, I gotta add this one. Come to Off the Record D, where we gonna read your super chats. Your voice is gonna be heard. I feel like I gotta add that one for you too. Good morning, Shanithia. I've never seen media so up in arms about winning a divisional game. Cleveland media is special, for real. Talking about the Steelers lost because they were just focusing on Miles. Every reason. They given every reason for why the Browns lost. It's crazy. I need to go off on Bull. He is horrible too. They tell on themselves on their own shows. That's a fact. That's where they hide it. They go somewhere else and they don't really talk about it that way. Then they go on their own shows and that's when the truth come out. That's when the truth come out. Keith Mathis, good morning. How you feeling today? How you feeling? Key Mathis, I appreciate you and thank you for your support. Signing up for Patreon, become a super supporter. I appreciate you and hopefully you enjoy the additional content that I put over there. I appreciate you. They want to draft a QB so bad. How many QBs the Browns gonna run through before they realize they the problem? Beast, good morning. Talk to him, man. Talk to him. What did Bull say? I didn't watch his post game. TK, what's going on? How you feeling? Good morning. Let me address you first. I have a short of Bull, but basically Bull is asking, is it a good thing that the Browns won yesterday? Is it a good thing that the Browns won? And I was like, oh my goodness. Here we go. So we're going to see. The objective of each season is to win games, not to draft a new QB. Maya, tell them 1,000 times that that's the goal. You play the game to win the game. That's what it is. You play the game to win the game. You don't play the game to see if you could get somebody and potentially turn them into something. Steelers lost because it's not a good football team. I don't see them winning another game this season, especially with DK playing again next week. No spinster. Yeah, they don't have receivers. They don't have anybody who can win a game. They don't have a receiver who can win a matchup when DK is not there. They are very limited. That's what happens. Bull says Shedeur did poorly and they messed up their draft pick by winning the game. Yeah, it was nasty work. I got a short of him talking about that. My car is stuck in the snow, so I'm off work today. Can't drive. Hopefully you're safe out there. Being stuck in the snow is not fun. I don't miss those times when I used to live in the cold. But If it gets you a day off, you get a day of relaxation. You get to enjoy your victory Monday and chill. I know the Browns game had you stressed out yesterday. You was unbraiding your hair. Hopefully that is done. Hopefully you could just relax and chill today. And just chill. Hopefully that's good. It's a good thing for Shedeur Sanders. Jackie, you know what it is. Jackie, you know what it is. RJ, good morning. How you feeling today? We know what the conversation will be for them today. That's a fact. They're going to go through all 5 stages of grief, y'all. They're going to go through all 5 stages of grief today and this week. So just be prepared for them to not want to accept the results. Get prepared for them to be upset that the Browns won, make excuses for why the Browns won, tear apart their own team that they cover. They're going to go through all the stages, y'all. By the end of this week, you know what they eventually going to do? Man, maybe we just going to have to accept Shedeur going to be the quarterback next year. That is what they're going to do. How did 12 perform poorly but threw the only TD in the game? These are the questions. I'm going to tell y'all something else they're doing that's really lazy. They are saying Shedeur was great in the first half and he was very bad in the second half. That's what they're going to say. That's what a lot of people have already been saying. But if you go based on the play-by-play, there were some drive killers that happened. On some drives, Cam Robinson had 2 penalties that forced the issue and forced them behind the sticks. So I got to look up the number. I'm going to look up the number so I can tell you the exact number. But majority of the time, if you are an offense that is not good, if you go back 5 yards on any play, you might as well punt the ball on that play. That's the low rate of success after you have lost 5 yards on a play. So I'm going to find an official stat for y'all. But so many times the drive was killed based on a penalty by the offensive line, and people just acting like it don't matter. Acting like it don't matter. Tell them to look at Josh Allen's second half or Josh Allen missing that wide open receiver to win the game versus Philly yesterday. I synced it. I synced it. I hope they keep that same energy for these other people. I hope they keep that same energy. I can't take these people serious. Bull don't need to critique anybody. Just look at him. I really hope Shedeur could go to another team. I'm just saying. Selfishly, since I'm a Browns fan, I hope we never let Shedeur go and we just build this thing up the right way with getting new people in the building. Hopefully. Campbell's getting multiple penalties, holding false starts. Facts, TK. Crazy thing is they are pushing Mendoza to everywhere but Cleveland. If they think that if they think that what happened to Shedeur wasn't an eye-opener, it looks bad on organization. Really bad. Did these idiots watch any other NFL game this week? These QBs were all bad in one half or another. That's a fact. Hey, we bringing something back today, y'all. We bringing something back today. We're going to go over how some of these other quarterbacks did, and we're just going to see if they did better or worse than Shedeur. We're going to see. We're going to see. Running backs and runs that got called back. Very undisciplined on offense in the second half. Talk to him, Zedric. I have blocked other commentators because I found myself arguing with keyboard thugs. It's not even worth my time. Key Mathis, for real. You know what? Even me. So I used to just let people say what they wanted to say. They can comment on my TikTok. They can comment on my YouTube. And then I got to a point and I was like, I didn't invite you here. So if you're going to be here and you just here to argue, I'm just blocking you. I'm just going to block you. I'm not playing these games with you. Josh Allen was running backwards. Charmaine, he ran backwards a couple times. Sam Darnold was running backward. Just look across the NFL. Guys use that as a strategy to buy time. It happens. They keep acting like the offense isn't horrendous. Shedeur is the best player on the offense. He has to be a miracle worker every game. That's a fact, Detroit Gemini. He was drafted in the 5th round. They try to judge him like a first rounder. You know what's crazy, TK? I think they judge him like he is a veteran quarterback. They don't even hold veteran quarterbacks. They don't put them through the scrutiny that they put Shedeur through. They don't. Just like Stroud Saturday, great first half, struggle second half. Yep, 2 interceptions. I watched the Philly-Buffalo game yesterday. Allen ran backwards and took a 17-yard sack. The commentator said he was just trying to make a play. That's all it is. So when all you got to do is hold everybody to the same standard. That's all you got to do. You seen Shedeur break the defender ankles in the pocket. His pocket presence is way better. I did. I think it was number 50 who he shook. He like did that little fake step up and the dudes, he fell and tried to trip him almost. It was crazy. Raiders got the first pick now. Mendoza is gone. How the kids say, nah, I see boo-boo. Hey, I had to bring out Little Johnny today, y'all. Little Johnny is making an appearance on this episode. Little Johnny, he's here. Keep Hunt, good morning. Jersey in the building. How you feeling, man? How you feeling? For some reason, they expect these playoff-bound teams are not good. Legendary has to weed through this mess just to play in the game he loves. They ain't even paying him. That's a fact. I've been a blocking queen. No need for nonsense. That's what you got to do. Just eliminate it. Take yourself away from it. I should have said that. You're right. Like a veteran. They are grading him higher than they're grading everybody else. Quarterback players at an all-time low right now. But Tyler Shuck and Ward both look good yesterday. No Spencer. I agree with that. Latanya, good morning. How you feeling? How you feeling? Y'all know they gonna move them goalposts. Let's get to it, y'all. Let's start this thing off right. We got some good motivation. Shout out to Shanithia. Shanithia sent me this. This is action packed with motivation. Is just strong words that you need to have for yourself. Speaks on discipline. We're gonna start with this. Then we're gonna get to Key Mathis sent me something, so we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to it, y'all. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Let's get this show started. All right, let me get this switch. Let's go here. Let's get you down. Let's get it. I thought this was really good. This was really good, so I had to share this with y'all. Let's go. Let's get it. I'm going to play about a minute of this, but this is 18 minutes long. In reality, I could watch the whole thing, but this is all about discipline, y'all. This is all about discipline. All right, let's get it.
Is when you take the battery of willpower and you squirt that extra juice to make up the difference. Your motivation's only getting you so far. Usually it's far enough. Sometimes it's not. How do you bridge this gap? You bridge it with something called discipline.
But what it takes is a discipline that everybody has the ability to do it, but they just don't want to.
Your mind may tell us it's easier to oversleep or not go to the gym, but at the end of the day, discipline can be practiced. It's not difficult.
But for some reason, I think when it comes to internal stuff, willpower, habits, discipline, because you can't see it, because it feels like it's part of your sense of self. And I think that limits maybe people's understanding of how much they can move that and lift the ceiling.
We think that discipline sucks, like not getting to eat everything you want, not getting to do everything you want. We think discipline is a punishment, but actually nobody has a shittier life than a person who has no self-control, no boundaries, no rules.
What are you going to get without discipline? Are you going to be in good physical shape without discipline? Are you going to be financially successful without discipline?
No.
If you want to make progress in your life, you got to have discipline.
It's a discipline, it's a regimen. It was a choice I made. And the choice I made was, what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up to find every bit of who you are as a human being? And I was willing to give everything to do that.
Shout out to Shanithia for sending me this. I thought this was great. I watched this whole thing. That's usually the difference. Everybody has the opportunity. It's the person is willing to make the sacrifice. That's what it is. The sacrifice to be great and have that discipline. So I like this a lot. Y'all know how I give my motivation. I like it. So I thought this was really good. It's about 20 minutes long. So it's a lot of good things in there. A lot of good things. Yeah, Zedric, that is the truth. I like that. I like that entire video. I got another one. This one is from Key Mathis. Key Mathis sent me this. This is the reaction. This is the reaction to people getting Shedeur merchandise, jerseys, shirts, everything. And this is something, these are the unaccounted for people who will tune in to watch Shedeur play that don't care about the stat line. Is there a link you can post to it? Yeah, I got you. Let's do it now. Before we even get too far, I got you right now. Copy, and I'll throw it in here for you right now. It's right there. I just posted it in the chat. These are the unaccounted for people. These are the unaccounted for people who appreciate Shedeur, who ride with Shedeur, and People just act like they don't exist, but this is an untapped market. There's going to take a smart person. It's going to be a smart person who is going to believe in Shedeur and realize this is an untapped market of people who support him, and they're going to make sure that they are welcome with open arms. It's going to take somebody smart. They're going to have to do it because the people are here, all different ages, from young to old, all different backgrounds, all different walks of life, all over the world. The world, Craig, all over the world who support Shedeur. So I thought this was really good. No problem, TK. All right, let's play it. I think it's going to get to a point where they're going to play some music and I'm going to have to stop it. But I thought this was really good. This is just some of the reactions.
Well, there's nothing on my back, but it's gonna keep this forever.
You like it?
Yes, I'm gonna keep it forever.
What you doing is?
And tell me about summer evening, perfect timing.
My boy! Yo, get out of here! Yo!
She got you. She got you.
The Shedeur jersey? The new Cleveland? Yo! I'm about
Baby!
Wow.
So sweet.
That's nice. Yep, there it is. All the way. Can I get the dunk? Fast break. And yes, we got it. And now we got ESPN 2K4. This is the final mirror. We got a class.
Yeah!
They told me bust out my AP.
Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Y'all see the reactions. Y'all see the love and support they have for Shedeur. And normal sports media cannot understand. They want to say, oh, Shedeur is not good. Shedeur is not this. Shedeur is not that. But they believe in Shedeur on a different level. You think Shedeur's game yesterday is going to change how they view Shedeur? No. No. And that's what they can't understand. That is what they can't understand. Shedeur posted his P.O. box on his IG story. It's on his IG story. He posted it last night. Shout out to C.A. Anderson.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Shout out to C.A. Anderson. I appreciate all your support. C.A. Anderson says, Legendary took those ragmuffin O-line and instilled in them hope, and they turned and in turn played their heart out to win a game at the end of a season when most teams are tapped out. Talk to him. If you look at KT Levinson has not been the best. That is the right tackle. But if you see how he gets when he is around, when he is around Shedeur, he just get a different level of excitement. They were all hungry dogs together, just excited. And he brings them hope. They know he has a chance. Look at Dylan Sampson saying, hey, I got to get back for my guys. I got to be able to get back out there. Look at how the backup running backs are playing. So they're making the best of what they have. You got to appreciate that. That's hope. That is something that, for whatever reason, they were like, we don't know how Shedeur fits into an NFL locker room. And it's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean how he would fit into an NFL locker room? It made no sense to me when they were saying that. I thought it was crazy. And then so many people kept repeating it. And they were like, can he play for a coach that's not his dad? I was like, what are they talking about? Like, these people have no idea what they're talking about. A.M. Williams, what's going on? Good morning. How you feeling? No idea at all. So I've been seeing that, and I saw it the last 6 months, and I was like, eventually they'll see. They will see. They'll see. If they didn't play the full game yesterday, it made it got ugly for Pittsburgh. It would have, because they couldn't move the ball. They cannot move the ball. They couldn't move the ball. Their offense is not that good. The Browns needed to sell out to stop the run. That's what they did. They got gashed a couple times, but nothing crazy. They got in the red zone, and they locked in, and they said, you will not score a touchdown, and that's what they did. They did it. All right, so let me adjust this real quick, y'all. We gotta go full screen on them. We gotta go full screen. So all these people do is line create narratives. TK for real. Let's see. Should we go? Let's not go Tankathon yet. Let's look at how some other quarterbacks perform. We did this a week ago. So let me get it pulled up here for y'all. Where is it at? Let's go here. I'm not on the screen. Let me get on the screen. Here we go. I'm still here. We're going to do this again, y'all. We're going to do this again. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to set up a poll, and let me see the results of this one. 40% go to Denzel Ward. He gets a game ball. It's 40-40. It's teetering. It's teetering between Shedeur and Denzel Ward, right around 39 to 41%. Who should get a game ball? 17% Tyson Campbell. We're going to end that poll here. Because we got another poll for y'all. We have another poll. CO7-111, what's going on? Cam started that whole is he coachable mantra because he only played for his father. I remember he started that. I remember. Let's give JJ 72 and 68 a little grace. They played the best they could. Just saying it was their best, but maybe JJ is suspect. I think he owes the bookies. I don't know what he be doing sometimes. Let's do another poll. I want y'all to tell me which quarterback had the best game. Which quarterback had the best game? This is from this weekend, y'all. This is from this weekend. And all you got to do, we're going to pick a number. It's going to be 1 through 4. Y'all see the numbers. TK know what it is. TK knows what it is. All right. That's the new poll. Who had the best game, y'all? These are quarterbacks. I remember y'all asked me to put the sack yards. So you're going to see if it's 2 sacks, they lost 8 yards. 3 sacks, lost 22 yards. 2 sacks, lost 14 yards. 2 sacks, lost 2 yards. Stay where you at, TK. You were on to something. Stay where you at. Stay where you at. You were on to something. Okay. I want y'all to check it out and give y'all some time to work on the poll. Give y'all some time. TK is on to something. All right. 82% so far is for quarterback number 4. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I just want to level set and show you how other quarterbacks are performing. Because what happens is you have people, especially Cleveland media, who is starved for another quarterback. They don't look around. Move around. They don't move around. They don't look around the NFL. They just assume that all these guys are playing great. So y'all getting it right in the chat. Y'all getting a couple of them right in the chat. We gonna give this, let's give this about we gonna give it about 30 more seconds, y'all. 30 more seconds. I just wanna level set. I just wanna show y'all that there are other quarterbacks who are on teams who have there are quarterbacks on other teams. Not Gino. Marie, you are right. Zedric, you were right about that one. Let's see. TK was right about number 1. Let's throw in a little music. I got to get that Twilight music somebody told me to get. Let's get to it. C.A. Anderson. C.A. Anderson. You got 2. You got 2 out of your 3. Zedric, you see what it is. Let me show y'all. Let's unveil the quarterbacks. Drum roll for number 1. It's Aaron Rodgers. It is Aaron Rodgers. That was Aaron Rodgers yesterday. Jackie, you got it right. That was Aaron Rodgers yesterday. Who is quarterback 2? This is the one. Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold. Are these people getting the same criticism that Shedeur is receiving? Are they receiving the same criticism? Look at the games, y'all. Look at the stats. If you don't see TDs up there, they didn't throw any touchdowns. If you don't see it up there, they didn't throw any touchdowns. Are they talking about these veteran QBs the same way? Are they critiquing these veteran QBs the same way they critique Shedeur? Y'all know I'm just going to be the one to ask you the questions. I'm going to be the one to ask the questions. Now, this was a tough one. This was a tough one because I don't think anybody realized that a quarterback played this bad yesterday. I don't think anybody realized it. That's Bryce Young, y'all. Number 1 overall pick. Number 1 overall pick. Who were they playing against? Funny enough, Aaron Rodgers was playing the Browns. Sam Darnold was playing the Carolina Panthers. So Bryce Young was playing the Seattle Seahawks. And y'all know who number 4 is. Y'all know who number 4 is. So I'm just saying, y'all, this is only to level set. This is only to level set. Take this the right way. This is not to diminish any of these other players. This is only to level set and show you that players that people would never say are bad can have up and down games. That's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing this. This is only to level set. This is not to bash any of these other players. This is to show you that the quarterback position in the NFL is up and down, even if you're on a playoff team or playoff caliber team in the Carolina Panthers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this is just the level set. And then also just put this out in the air to see if anybody else speaks on these other quarterbacks the same way they speak on Shedeur. Because if you take away Aaron Rodgers, Sam Darnold has a better overall offensive system. He has a better offensive coordinator. If you look at, I'm going to slip into song. Bryce Young has better running backs collectively, what they produced this year. He has a better wide receiver core. So if we are grading Shedeur on this high scale, how are we not grading the rest on there? That's true, but didn't all the others go against better defenses? I'm going to tell you something about me. They all get paid. They all get paid every week. We have let people come into the space of the sports analysis and try to diminish people who are the best in the world at their job on some of these teams. People just diminish it. And they say, well, what do the records say? What do the stats say? On any given Sunday, any team could beat the next team. Any team could beat the next team. If it only went based on ratings, the Browns would have never beat the Steelers. They would never beat the Steelers. So I understand, no Spencer. I understand. But when you really look at it, these are NFL teams. These are NFL players. They all cut checks. So if you cut a check, I'm not going to play the mental gymnastics of trying to downplay this team and build this team up. And then when that team loses to somebody who is not as good, then I'm going to try to, I don't play that game. I let the people who only look at stats play that game. I'm not saying this is you, Spencer, but I'm just saying I don't play that game. I don't play that game because what happens when a really good team loses to a really bad team, doesn't that throw off the whole argument of this team is better? You do have to add context. That is true. But what people do is when Shedeur throws for 350 yards, what did they say? It's only the Titans. Then the very next week or 2 weeks later, when Tyler Shuck did that, they said, oh, look what he did. I never diminish a team that they're going against. I never diminish the team they go against. I don't even get in there. Spencer, I haven't seen you that much. I'm going to give you a little second You got to read the room, my guy. You have to read the room. If you think I'm the person that's not putting in the work, you are at the wrong place. You got to read the room. You got to read the room. Did you hear what I said before I said this? I said, this is to level set. This is not to diminish. If you didn't hear none of that, say you didn't hear it. This is to level set, to show the level of quarterback play. Why would I need to go on a long diatribe about who was playing who when I said this is only to level set, shine a light on how the quarterback position is played, has been up and down. You're trying to take it somewhere I don't need to go. You're trying to take it somewhere I don't need to go. So new people come in here. Y'all new people. This is for the new people who don't watch me, who haven't watched me a lot. Read the room, come in, look around, sit in the back of the class, be quiet, see what's going on, determine if I'm handling things like other people. Determine if I'm handling things like other people, and then make a comment after you realize if I'm doing what other people are doing. I'm just saying, do that for me. You know what I'm saying? Because normally I would just be like, whoop, you gone. But I'm just saying, read the room. See if I'm having a dishonest conversation. See if I am doing things shady. If you don't see that, then all the extra comments that try to take us a different place, you can hold them. You can hold them. Just come in, read the room, sit in the back of the class, check things out first. Read the room. That's all I got to keep saying. Read the room. All right, so y'all see it. Y'all see the stats. Y'all see the stats. Just want to level set with y'all, show y'all some stats. Now we're going to get to Tankathon, because this is what the big issue is in the Cleveland media. They don't want Shedeur as their quarterback. Jay Crawford said, you know what? If Shedeur goes and win these games, we don't have to worry about the Browns drafting a quarterback. That's what Jay Crawford said. Well, they're halfway there. Currently, they will be the 6th pick. Currently, they will be the 6th pick in the NFL draft. The quarterback savior that they want is not coming through that door. The people who don't want to cover Shedeur, oh well. Shedeur going to be here next year. It's going to be a long year, because the people who didn't want Shedeur, they stuck with him now. They stuck with him now. I agree, D, on the unfair grading of Shedeur. Any given Sunday is real. I will acknowledge there were 3 rookie QBs that played really well yesterday, Tyler, Dart, Quinn, but they have better O-lines. That's it. That's it. Brett, what's going on? How you feeling? That's it. Talk to him. Hey, just read the room, man. Just read the room. That's why I told y'all about the 5 stages of grief that they're going to go through this week. They're going to slowly realize the Browns are not about to have the number 1 overall pick. I seen the mental gymnastics they were doing on X yesterday to try to say how the Browns can end up with the number 2 overall pick. And I was like, you think all this going to happen? Hilarious. Just accept the fact that Shedeur is going to be the QB going next year. The QB room is the QB room, y'all. You got to accept it. Got to accept it. Charmaine, they only like it sometimes. So, there is something I did and said, and I said, Little Johnny got 7 teams. Let's look at the teams who we know could use a quarterback going into next year, and let's see how many of those are going to get a team. Pittsburgh is going to need a quarterback next year because Aaron Rodgers said this is his last season. He retired. Minnesota's going to need a quarterback. That's 2. Miami's going to need a quarterback. That's 3. Arizona's going to need a quarterback. Jets going to need a quarterback. Las Vegas going to need a quarterback. I think I'm missing one, y'all. Who am I missing? The Colts are going to need a quarterback. So that's 7 because Daniel Jones tore his Achilles. So he might be done for the whole next year. So we got to bring out Lil Johnny. Shout out to Lil Johnny. He's making his first appearance. Y'all. Lil Johnny, Come on, man. Talk to him. Hold on. Let's let Lil Johnny start over. Lil Johnny has a dilemma, y'all. I have a question. Is there a way they will put Watson over Shedeur? Anything's possible, but I think if they went head to head based on what they did, I think that Shedeur will win that quarterback competition if it's true and honest. Latika, they're spiraling right now. They're spiraling. It's simple math, y'all. Okay, Raiders. That's what I missed. I know I missed one. Shout out to C.A. Anderson. I know it was 7. What about J.J. McCarthy? J.J. McCarthy is not good, unfortunately. He's a limited quarterback. He needs some development. Where that team is, they have a big dilemma in Minnesota because they have every part you need. They have every part you need to be a Super Bowl caliber team except the quarterback. They stuck in the spot. And the Jets, number 3, Jets taking Dante Moore. They not trading up. The Browns are out of luck. Talk to him, Doggy Bone. Lil Johnny got something to say. Lil Johnny, let's talk to him. Let's catch you at the right spot. Let me see. Hold on, let's get the sound down. Talk to him, Lil Johnny.
Gonna figure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
In the 2026 draft, only 2 quarterbacks have first-round grades.
But I got 7 teams. That means 5 are stuck with Okay, plan B. Gonna figure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
In the 2026 draft, only 2 quarterbacks have first-round grades.
But I got 7 teams. That means 5 are stuck with Okay, plan B. Gonna figure this out. 1, 2.
Lil Johnny, figure it out. What your 5 teams gonna do? Lil Johnny said 5 teams not gonna have a quarterback, y'all. They got to figure it out. 5 teams got to figure it out. Long time ago, I told y'all it's 2 quarterbacks who are gonna come out that's gonna be worth anything. Long time ago. So y'all see it. Lil Johnny making his first appearance. He just had to break it down for you. What are his 5 other teams gonna do? If you got, let's get Tankathon back up. They allowed Darnold to leave in favor of JJ. The Vikings deserve whatever happens to them. Yeah, it's crazy how they let that happen. I know he's not good, so they're getting someone to play over him. Gotcha. I just moved to Minnesota last year for work. Only started watching football this year for Shedeur. It's all good. I can see Malik Willis being picked up by the Vikings. The Vikings got to do something. I totally skipped over the Raiders right at the top. But the 2 quarterbacks, the Falcons are in a rough spot because they took Penix in that QB heavy draft, and it's looking like it's going to be rough for them. It's going to be rough for them. So the 2, if I was Moore, I would not come out. If I was Dante Moore, I would not come out. You can get the money going back to Oregon. Also, look what your options going to be. You're going to either be in Las Vegas, who Las Vegas is looking like a dumpster fire right now, or you're going to be on the Jets, which the Jets are the Jets. The Jets is the Jets. So just look at it. I love it. Lil Johnny series. Yeah, Shanithi, I said, you know what? We got to crank this thing up, take it to the next level. We got to invite Lil Johnny to the show. We got to invite Lil Johnny. We got to bring him out. I forgot about the true and honest part. The Browns ain't that unless they get new coaching. That's it. They got to get new coaching staff, which Kevin, he going to be out of here. The Vikings should sign Malik Willis. Malik Willis is going to be a hot commodity. Malik Willis is going to be the hottest, what they would say is a retread quarterback. He's going to be the hottest one this year. And there's going to be so many teams. There's going to be so many teams that want that retread quarterback who have quarterbacks who suffer injuries and everything else. So it's only one Malik Willis. If you look at the list of free agent quarterbacks to be, he's probably top of the list. Everybody ain't going to have one, y'all. Everybody's not going to have one. When was the last time Cleveland won at home? When was the last time the Cleveland rookie beat the rival? When was the last rival win against the Steelers? Asking for friends. The last rookie, man, oh man. I don't think DTR beat him his rookie year. That's a good question. The Browns beat him last year with Jameis in the snow in Cleveland. Let's look. Let's see who the last rookie was. Usually Mike Tomlin has a really good record against rookies. Okay. Google, we know we know Shedeur beat them. Who was the last one before Shedeur? Who was the last one before Shedeur? Google. All right. I had to ask my AI about that. I do not want to see another Oregon QB or Mendoza. Charmaine been standing firm on that same line. She been standing firm there. Jordan Tyson to Giants, Arville Reese to Titans, Arizona, either Ty Simpson or Caleb Downs. Yeah, give me Carnell Tate. I watched a lot of Jordan Tyson film. Jordan Tyson is supremely talented. My issue is once you look at Jordan Tyson's injury history, that's why I'm a little scared for a top 10 pick. That's why I get a little nervous. Him for a top 10 pick, I get a little nervous. I'm going to have to find that answer for you, C.A. Anderson.
Evan 4-1.
I'm going to find that answer for you. They beat Miami at home this year. Yeah. Was that Steelers or was that rival? You think they're going to win next week? Yeah, I think they're going to beat the Bengals. Huntley looks better than Willis. Yeah, Huntley only looks better than Willis for Baltimore, though. Because Huntley didn't look that good for Miami last year. I don't know what it is. That system, the terminology to players, he just excels there. I don't know what it is. Do you think Cleveland wants to be stupid in front of the world? There are 31 billionaire owners with their eyes on the mentality of Haslam. Is he stupid? Haslam ain't stupid. It's all about the money. All right, I'm going to play this Bull, and this is what Bull said. I think TK was asking what Bull said. I'm going to try to get that answer for you, C.A. Anderson. Let's go.
9. Are fans actually happy about this? Is insane. Twilight Zone. Yeah, I'm not happy. I think it's bad that they. I understand why some fans don't care. But dropping from what a loss would have been the second pick in the draft down to 7, that hurts. That could be a difference between getting a superstar, whether it's a quarterback or not. And I know folks that think Shedeur Sanders walks on water. I understand it's like they don't want the Browns to get a high pick so they don't draft another quarterback. Either way, you've missed a big opportunity here.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
You are a Cincinnati Bengals fan. Bull, you get paid by somebody to cover the Browns. Stay over there, though. Stay over there. Talk to him, John.
Stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
Stay over there, Bull. Talk about your team and what your team is going through. Talk about what your team is going through. Michael Jordan, talk to him.
Stop it. Get some help.
If you show me a person who says it was bad for the Browns to win, what you have just shown me is a loser. That's it. If you show me a person who said it's bad for the Browns to win, you have just shown me a loser. You are showing me a loser, y'all. This is loser mentality. You don't lose your way into good situations. At the very beginning, we talked about discipline. We talked about sacrifice. We talked about what you have to do to get better. That's what we talked about. Not this loser mentality stuff right here, y'all. That you don't lose into victories. If this was the case, find me the last team who tanked and it worked out for them. Find me the last one. Latika, for real.
I don't think he went to school nowhere. If he went to school, he didn't learn nothing.
He ain't learned nothing. He ain't learned nothing. Let me get Bull off the screen. They say they don't care about who's the quarterback as long as they win. Just to do a 180 when the quarterback wins, insane. Makes no sense. Did you see Anthony Lima's ex post? He said the only reason he watched the game in December was because of Miles and Shedeur. He said, thank you, Miles and Shedeur. Anthony Lima, I know that, you going through it all, the emotions, you was on the wrong side. But here you go.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
Stay over there. Just stay over there. If Deshaun Watson was smart, he would observe Snoop Huntley come and play when needed and sit back and collect that check. Less wear and tear on the body. That's a fact. I like the way you think it, C. Brown Run. I like the way you think it. I appreciate that, Harris from Sports. Hey, the sound effects is necessary, man. Sound effects is necessary. If you want to, Harris from Sports, if you want to add the sound effects to your streams, let me know. I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up and let you know how I do it. I'll let you know. So if you want me to give you the sauce on how to do it, I'll let you know. Felix, yes, he don't sound smart. Look who calling the kettle black. Bull. That's a fact. They're talking about this going to set us back 5 years because they're not drafting the QB. It's crazy. It's loser mentality. I'm telling you, 5 stages of grief. They're going through it. Maya, you see it. This is complete loser mentality. This is loser mentality. We need to poll all those who want a QB in the draft and see if they voted for Trump. People who vote against their best interest. They don't know no better. They don't know no better. They don't know, Shanithia, they don't know no better. They stay where you at. They got to stay where they at. They got to stay where they're at. TK, I think Jake Browning was on Cincinnati when he won as a rookie. I got to find who won as a rookie for the Browns. Yeah, they got to stay on that side. These people make no sense, y'all. This is what y'all going to see this week. Y'all going to see a lot of this week. I'm just showing y'all what you're going to see. A lot of this. They're going to be questioning. So before, when they thought Shedeur couldn't win the game or the Browns couldn't win the game, let me frame this correctly. When they thought the Browns couldn't win this game, when they thought the Browns couldn't win this game, they said, well, if they just go out and win, we won't have to worry about this. Now that they've won out and won, now they switched it up just like Zedric said. Now they're saying this is a bad thing. Hey, I can't get with these losers, y'all. I can't get with these losers. Once you get comfortable losing, it's not something you can turn off. You can't turn it off. Once you get comfortable losing, it's a different mindset. It's a different mentality. I never want to be the person who accepts losing because you're not going to be able to turn it off. Not going to be able to turn it off. What did I just hear? Let's just take this loss, baby. Win or lose, I just love losing. Just let me lose in peace. I'll take losing for 500, Alex. C.A. Anderson, for real. I saw this and I was like, this is crazy. This is an example of how they speak on UCSS where they say, you want to win. You want to win. As soon as they go to their own YouTube, they start talking like this, talking about it's bad to win. It's crazy. The Browns mid-2020s embraced the strategy of accumulating the draft picks through losing seasons to build a roster that eventually led to competitiveness and playoff contention. I've been a Browns fan my whole life. All that losing never got them past the first round of the playoffs. The losing that you're speaking of never got them past the first round of the playoffs because they did all that losing in the 2010s. They did not get past the first round of the playoffs until 2020. I kept looking. AI says DTR beat the Steelers his rookie year. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that. I thought DTR beat him a year too, but you might be right. You might be right, TK. So the Browns lost. The Browns lost by your logic mid-2010s. And your example is when they went 1-16 or 1-15 because it was 16 games at the time. Only for 1 second round attempt in 2020. Was the losing worth it? Just talk to me. Let me know. Was the losing worth it? Was it worth it? Was that one playoff game worth all those years of losing? One playoff win. That's what we holding our hat on? I'm just going to be the one to ask the question. We can have a conversation. Was the Browns losing? Because it didn't just start in 2010. It didn't just start in 2016. Was that losing worth that one playoff win? I would say no. I would say it tarnished the Browns as a team. It made players not want to sign with the Browns in free agency. When they did sign with the Browns in free agency, they were at the very end of their career, and they overcharged the Browns because they know they were not serious about winning. So was sacrificing all that worth it? Was it worth it? What did Myles Garrett say yesterday? We didn't come up here just to lay down and let a team win. Just saying. All players want to win. Losing is not their first option. That's it. Bull has no independent thought. Yeah, they just float. They float. I have a baseline on how I speak on things, and that baseline is what keeps me from ending up in positions like other people. Talk about winning means they got to talk about the game and the players with relevant details. Tanking and losing is easy emotional talk. Need a new group of local media analysts. Talk to them, Shanithia. The media needs to be talking about 68 and that horrible O-line. They're too stuck on the quarterback. They never get to the next level. They never get to the next level of the analysis when it comes to the game. They never get to breaking down the film. They never get to giving you true keys to victory. Even when they tell you what can happen or how the Browns can win is very generic. It's never in detail. So it just shows you. And also, they don't like all these lights shined on them. They don't like the Shedeur effect, where now people are critiquing you. People are pulling receipts on you. People are pulling up what you do and say. They don't like it. They don't like it. I'm fine with that. I want to keep getting better. So I'm okay with people critiquing what I do and what I say. I'm fine with it. I can stand on it. I put in the work. Continuously put in the work. So that's the difference. They don't want to get to it. They don't want to get to it. They don't want to get to what it really is. They definitely don't want to talk about football. Because when Shedeur put up all the numbers, they said, oh, but he lost the game. Now that Shedeur didn't put up the same level of numbers, but they won the game, I guarantee you they don't talk about it the same way. Spencer, this not real, man. Peace out, man. Peace out. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else, man. I gave you a lot of shots, man. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else, man. I gave you too many shots, man. Too many shots. This is what happens when I be nice, man. You know, it's holiday time. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to let people live a little bit, but go somewhere else, man. Go somewhere else, man. Go somewhere else. You on that Kevin Stefanski.
You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job.
Go somewhere else, man. They have to be held accountable for the lies they told. I totally agree with that. I totally agree. That is the most uncomfortable portion of this for them. They cannot stand that people are pulling the receipts. They can't stand it, y'all. Marie, Marie, you see the question he asked me? Like, man, what are we doing, man?
Rodgers and the Steelers
what are we
had
doing?
a chance to wrap up the AFC North.
Let's keep this thing going. What are we doing? All right, let's get to this. Is Get Up this morning. Y'all notice Rex ain't been nowhere to be found. He ain't been nowhere to be found. He done came back. Let's see what they talking about on Get Up this morning, y'all. Hey, just go chill with Kevin Stefanski, man.
No way. I mean, your game plan specifically is that you don't let the guy wreck it. So your bootlegs are away from him. All the preparation, game prep, that's all I saw. Look, you have a left tackle that's a rookie. If you're going to think you're going to isolate him one-on-one, no, you're not. Last time we saw that, a team did that, was New England, and he had 5 quarterback sacks.
Right.
So hell no, you're not going to do that. And Aaron knows he's back there. He's got a great sense in the pocket, so he's going to get rid of the football.
The bigger problem, no DK Metcalf.
Right.
He didn't play. No Calvin Austin. He didn't play. They're obviously without Darnell Washington. He broke his arm early in the game.
That's a big loss.
That's a bit. Those are 3 weapons that they don't have, and they probably won't have again. Well, they're not going to have Washington. They're not going to have DK. Probably not going to have Austin. So they're going to be shorthanded again for the division title against Baltimore.
Leading to all morning long is that it was a player who wasn't even on the field that may have been the deciding factor in the Steelers losing yesterday. Dan, you're going to show us why.
Yeah, so no DK Metcalf, to Shefty's point, and it was the most glaring in that final 4-play stretch to a chance to tie the game. So you can play in a standstill offense, meaning no motions or
Dan Orlovsky's going to try to highlight what the issue is. But then the problem was they had poor execution, and they wanted to try to attack Denzel Ward. They didn't get creative. It was a bad plan. It was a bad plan, poor strategy. Brown, how you feeling? How are you feeling? Them critiquing the O-line won't bring them clicks and views. You're talking about people that never had this much attention ever in their careers. Keep at this, for real. Do y'all remember I was saying basically y'all tapping in, y'all supporting me, y'all kind words. I don't have to switch and just become this person who is doing stuff for clicks. I was really serious when I was saying that to y'all. I was really serious when I was saying that to y'all. People have to switch up and just maintain the clicks by any means necessary. And y'all are making sure I'm not put in that position. So when I tell y'all I appreciate y'all, I really appreciate y'all, because I'm seeing these people, they spiraling out of control now that the Browns are not going to have a top 2 pick. They spiraling out. You got people like Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan before the game was saying that it was no way that the Browns could win this game. Only for after the game, the next day, he gotta change his tune. He got to change his tune. The last QB to beat the Steelers was Jake Brown 2023, started for injury, Joe Burrow November 2023. Yeah, Jake Brown did do it as a rookie for Cincinnati. And TK, you are correct. I totally forgot about this game. It was just a boring game. But where'd my chat go? Let's reload that up. But DTR did beat, so TK was right. DTR did beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2023 as a rookie. And guess what the score was, y'all? 13-10. Very close score to what it was when Shedeur beat them yesterday. Very close score. It's funny how the national media chooses to highlight Aaron Rodgers and how they lost. Guess what? This is football. Players get hurt every freaking day, so no excuses for DK not playing. For real. And DK not playing is due to his poor decision making. He made a poor decision. It was not even injury. His not even injury. He made a poor decision beefing with a fan. So his is even worse. If you get injured, I understand it. But his was just a poor decision. So they got every excuse in the world because none of these people picked the Browns to win. None of them thought it was any path to victory. None of them thought it was any path to victory. So that's why they are shocked, and they trying to figure out reasons, and they trying to blame this and blame that. How can you find all the reasons why the Steelers lost and say injuries and this and that, but then you don't say that same thing about the Browns? It don't make sense. It don't make sense. Let me try to fix this so I can show Natalie's chat. For some reason, I don't know, my computer, it glitched a little bit over here. So it's not letting me show it, but shout out to Natalie.
Oh my God! Wow!
I got money.
Shout out to Natalie. I appreciate your support. Always tapping in and always paying attention and making sure you acknowledge the small things, because that's the difference. The sacrifice and the work I put in is what makes me different than the other people. And it's good that you notice and see that. Natalie says, the work you put in this space is unmatched. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Words like this is why I don't got to go on X and say extreme things. This is why I don't have to turn into Dan Orlowski. This is why I don't have to turn into these people who says losing is a good thing. I don't have to turn into these people because people appreciate the work I put in. So I really appreciate you. Thank you. My computer didn't want to let me show that on the screen, but I appreciate your support. I appreciate you. Rex, Orlowski, Shifty have integrity issues because they never come back and admit how massively wrong they were. That's a fact. That's a fact. We played most of the game without our best receiver too. You see how you fall into that trap? You see how you fall into that trap? You fall into the trap when you're trying to pick and choose or find reasons why this team didn't win. That's the problem. That's where they fall. Man, I just saw someone said this. If you think about this, Sanders OTA minicamp and preseason, if he was a starter but baptized by fire, that's a fact. He'll be totally different. Totally different. Because he is trying things in game that might lead to a turnover. But other quarterbacks got to do that in rookie minicamp, OTAs, preseason, all those other times. He didn't get that opportunity. So he got to do it on the fly now. So just think about what he could be. Think about what he could be. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Shanithia. Absolutely true. This is why 2026 is going to be a major come up this year. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Who we got next? I think we got Skip. We either got Skip or Shannon. Who we got next?
That put them up 10-0. They just
Hold on. We got Skip. Let's get to Skip. Let me get him up here. Let's go here. Move the thumbnail. Let's get it. Skip, talk to him. Skip, what did you see yesterday? Talk to him, Skip.
About this. Shedeur Sanders is the answer for the Cleveland Browns at quarterback. Now Shedeur Sanders has a signature win. I just watched Shedeur Sanders outplay Aaron Bleepin Rodgers for all 4 quarters for a signature win against long odds. I doubt any quarterback playing a game today in the National Football League faced a higher degree of difficulty than Shedeur did against the Pittsburgh freaking Steelers.
Talk to him, Skip.
Arguably the hottest team in the league on both sides of the ball. On defense, on offense, Aaron had finally come back alive, back from the proverbial dead. I still think he's washed, but he washed back ashore against Miami on that Monday night.
So I think he's washed.
And just recaught some fire. They came in hot. This was a game Pittsburgh obviously badly needed to win, certainly after Baltimore and Lamar Huntley won at Lambeau last night. I'm sorry about that, Lil Wayne. Just crushed me.
He called him Lamar Huntley.
But my point is, here came Pittsburgh needing to just close out the Baltimore Ravens and save themselves from having to beat the Ravens next week for all the marbles. And here Shedeur was. Remember, I'm going to remind you, Pro Football Focus ranked Shedeur's offensive line dead last in the National Football League. Pro Football Focus ranks Shedeur's receiving core dead last in the National Football League, and after today might rank them middle of the pack in college football. That's how bad his receiving core is that he was working with today. He had one receiver that he trusts, one that he loves, another fellow rookie receiver, a 3rd-round pick, Harold Fannin Jr. All he does is not maybe catch touchdowns, just catch passes. And Shedeur had a wavelength with him, and Shedeur threw one up early for him down near the goal line. It was actually a very good throw. It was a smart throw where only Harold Fannin Jr. could catch it. He's kind of a hybrid tight end, slot receiver. Just big, strong, great hands. Not the quickest or the fastest. He just gets open and catches footballs. And Shedeur trusts him.
When I be watching Skip be having me cracking up after these games. He be having me cracking up. But he's making key points that nobody can push back on. Nobody can say the Browns offensive line is good. Nobody can say that the receiving core is good. And also they were without Harold Fannin for majority of that game. So when you how do you go against what he said? How do you go against what Skip is saying? It's hard to go against what he's saying. So keep cooking him, Skip. Talk to him.
Shedeur connects with him, and he threw it up for grabs, but all week Fannin Jr. couldn't practice because he's got a pulled groin. And as he twisted to reroute to catch the ball that was thrown up just to where he could get it at the goal line, he aggravated the groin injury. He caught the football, rolled across the goal line, touchdown, put Cleveland up 10-0. A lead they were able to hang on to. But on the play,
Marie, you caught that? He said middle of the pack in college football. Like middle of the pack in college football. That's like 2 steps past high school right there. Latika, he's so serious. Like so serious. He got notes and everything. Bull doesn't want Shedeur because he don't want the blowback from the fans when he say ridiculous stuff. That's a fact. That is what they are battling. That's what they are battling. They are battling, man. If we go through a whole year of people keeping receipts on us and pulling receipts and, remembering what we say and critiquing us based on what we say, they can't go through it. They can't go through it. They don't want it. I enjoy listening to Skip talk about Shedeur and Aaron. He be clowning Aaron Rodgers always. Bud wanted that quarterback so bad. I wonder why. Because he don't know. He don't know. He don't know. He don't understand They don't know what they're watching. They don't know what it takes to be part of team sports. They don't know they don't know that the sacrifice that goes into it. They don't know those things. So when they speak on team sports, they always, their default setting usually is loser approach. And the loser approach in team sports is the worst way to go. It's the worst way to go. When we do, in the offseason, when we start doing breakdowns on how these teams were built, I just want y'all to know, y'all are not going to see teams built from tanking. You're not going to see it. You're not going to see teams built from tanking. Find me the team that's won a Super Bowl that got it because they were tanking. Let's look at last year's teams. We can do this real quick off the top of our head. Last year, Philly wasn't built off tanking. The Chiefs weren't built off tanking. The year before that, who did the Chiefs beat 2 years ago? Let me pull it up. Let me not say this wrong for y'all. Let's look at the last 5 Super Bowls. Let's go back. Okay, there we go. 2024, it was the Kansas City Chiefs. They beat the 49ers. That was not based off tanking. Before that, Kansas City versus Philly. That was not based off tanking. Before that, it was the Rams beating the Bengals. That was not based on tanking. Before that, Tampa Bay beating the Chiefs. Not based on tanking. 2020, the Chiefs beating the 49ers. Not based on tanking. So these people who say, man, that's what teams do, they just luck into a quarterback. Come on, man. One thing we have to realize is when somebody does something well, we can't just call it luck and diminish the work that they put in. How do certain teams keep finding great players late in the draft? Is it luck every time? The Rams rebuilding their team after trading Jared Goff for Matthew Stafford and draft picks and saying F those picks and rebuilding their team. Is it luck that they keep finding guys late in the draft? Or is it some talent and skill that they have at finding guys? So you don't tank your way into a Super Bowl. Then Spencer talking about the Browns losing for 20 years was worth one playoff win? Like, are these people are crazy. Just think about it. Nothing is built this way. Nothing sustainable is built this way. That's not what you do. So you get these people and they just talking. They just, I don't know what they be going through. They just be talking. It makes no sense. You are not going to tank your way into getting good. Find me the sport. It doesn't work in the NBA. It doesn't work in the NFL. That's not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it. Skip talking, or actually I missed TK. Let's see. Doggy Bone, he's had less time than that. OTA, minicamp, etc. was 3 months at least, I thought. Yeah, Shedeur missed a lot of time from being able to get better and be on the same page with his team. Skip talking about Tom Brady is my favorite. Yeah, he go in on Tom Brady. Yeah, Skip taking notes. He always got notes. Fanning should have got the game ball. He only gave it to Kevin Stefanski. Only gave it to Carson Schwarzenegger. That's cool. Kevin just got to go, y'all. Kevin got to go. At least one, if not the only game ball, along with Carson. Yeah, they both fought through injury. So, I mean, I don't know. Kevin. Bull should be thanking Shedeur for making him relevant. Nobody knew who he was before Shedeur. Bull needs to send Shedeur a Christmas gift. For real. Bull, tap into that P.O. box, man. Tap into that P.O. box. The only people that benefit from taking the CEOs and their bonus packages when they lay off 3,200 people. Talk to them, Shanitia. The only ones. Yes, Kevin could give out 2 game balls. Other good coaches do it, no problem. That's a fact. They usually do 1 offense, 1 defense, and then if the special team just makes a crazy play, they'll get one of special teams too. There are so many paths to take for the Browns to get there. It doesn't have to be a cookie cutter method. That's a fact. A team can tank for so long that they forget how to win. It's just Maya for real because they start to accept losing. Losing becomes normal. The Browns have done this too many times. They started to accept losing. It's so bad. It's seeping through Browns fans' pores right now that they think if they let Kevin Stefanski go, that they can't get any better. Is no coach that's going to do better. Is no coach that can build a better offense. They think this is it. A coach who has won, 7 games in his last 2 years? And that's what you holding on to? Come on, man. What we doing? What we doing? That's what you holding on to? Nah, it's better out there. It's better out there. Let's see if Skip got anything else to say.
He's out. He's lost. So that came fair.
C.A. Anderson, what does error mean? Is error on my end? Am I not there? Hold up. Let me see. Make sure the stream is still going. Let's see. Let's go to live. I think. Yeah, we still live on my end. I'm not sure. What does error mean? Yeah, I'm not sure. I just checked it on my end. Maybe leave out the stream and then come back into the stream. Yeah, maybe leave out and come back in. I just checked it on my end. It looks to be fine. What I appreciate is players aren't thinking this way. Facts. They both. Miles said, "Hey, we didn't sign up to lose. We're not coming here to lose." That's true culture building. I agree that losses are not okay. You don't sign up to do this to lose. Let me go live. Man, my chat reset. There we go. My chat didn't get posted because of an error. Really? I'm not sure. On my end, I did go through a moment where my YouTube live stream, it reset somehow, and then my chat wasn't. It reset my chat, but it should be okay now. Yeah, I'm checking YouTube back end on my end, and it's looking okay. So it should be okay now. It should be okay if you wanted to chat now. It should be okay. So I know I had like it was a little glitch on YouTube where it kind of reset my settings and everything, but it should be back to normal now. It should be good. UCSS has no pull. They megaphones for people in the building, whoever that is. They could cancel UCSS and it would not be missed. They better worry about relevance, for real. I saw a tweet that said Jason looks defeated today, for real. Wet 11s, what's going on? You been here the whole time? What's going on, Wet 11s? Hey D, number 68 is so famous now everybody's talking about him, for real. I'm telling you, during the stream, I said, look, he just one of those guys who's big and they say go play football. Go play football because you're big. That's what that is. Bull is full of bull, but as a Texas fan, if 12 gets traded, please send him to the NFC. Kofal said, hey, if y'all want to trade him, send him the other way. Yeah, Jason is going through it today. Jason is going through it. He is going through it. All right, let's see if we got anything else from Skip. I got the EPA numbers, y'all.
Fairly early first quarter, and all of a sudden, Shedeur has to play the whole rest of the game without Harold Fannin Jr. Are you kidding me? He did throw 2 picks, under fire, under siege. That Steeler pass rush lately, I know they don't have TJ Watt as he tries to return from his collapsed lung. He's on the sideline today. Happy to see that for him. But they come after you, and they were coming after Shedeur, chasing him all over the place.
Yeah, Cam Robinson. I think he's been in the league 7 years. So I mean, he's gonna get camp invites to block during the preseason and training camp, and then he go get cut.
Place and under fire, he threw a couple of interceptions. He'll learn. He'll get better. But bottom line, 17 of 23 for 186 yards will work against that Pittsburgh defense. He didn't do anything devastating. He didn't do anything game losing. He held on to the football. They did have 2 turnovers, and they won in spite of his 2 turnovers in that they weren't able to turn over Pittsburgh one time. I'll give Aaron that. No interceptions, no lost fumbles. but Aaron went 21 of 39. Yikes. That means 18 incompletions against 21 completions. 18 incomplete for only 168. So again, on 4 fewer completions, Shedeur had 186 to Aaron's 168. So we outplayed him. The 2 picks will hurt him in the QBR. QBR doesn't like Shedeur. I don't care. I love Shedeur. He's just so poised. He just got it. That team knows it can win with it, with his it factor. His poise, his calm, his accuracy. When he sets and fires, it's a beautiful thing to watch. But much of the game after that big touchdown throw to Fannin belonged to the Cleveland defense. Aaron Rodgers went 3 of 15 on 3rd down and 0 of 3 on 4th down. So that's 3 of 18 on crucial downs, 3rd plus 4th. 3 of 18. That's the choke artist Aaron Rodgers that I've been telling you about, who's 7-9 in the postseason ever since that long ago, far away Super Bowl 15 seasons ago. 15 seasons ago. He got to 1 as a road wildcard team, shocked the world, won the 1, and that was it. 7-9 in the postseason. Green Bay said, "We're done with you. That's enough."
All right, he about to go on Aaron Rodgers. One thing I respect about Skip is Skip is convicted, and I'm sorry. If Skip believes in somebody, he is going to show that conviction of his belief when he speaks about it, and he's not switching up. He's not switching sides. He's going to say, "Hey, QBR don't like this, but I don't care about QBR. Oh, this is going to say this, but I don't care because I love Shedeur." I just wish people on the other side would do the same thing. I wish they would do the same thing. So Skip is saying, "Hey, Shedeur gonna make mistakes, but I'm riding with Shedeur." I feel the same way. He's gonna make mistakes, but I'm riding with Shedeur. Ivy League Mac, what's going on? The flip side is people who don't like Shedeur at this point, I wish they would just come out and say, "Hey, Shedeur is not my cup of tea." I wish they would just say that. Just say, "Hey, he's not my cup of tea as a player." Then they wouldn't have to do all the stuff that they're doing. Because in reality, they don't like Shedeur. And instead of just being out there and honest about it, they try to blame all these and make all these different arguments, and the arguments don't make sense. And they don't make sense. So then they backtracking, and then they use a stat 1 week, and then the next week the stat don't work, and then that's what they're doing. So I wish they would just come out and say, "Look, not my cup of tea. He could be other people's cup of tea," and then they can just move right on from the Shedeur conversation. The problem is they need the Shedeur stimulus package. They need the Shedeur stimulus package. They got to have a take on Shedeur. They got to be on one side of the aisle when it comes to Shedeur. So they have to be able to talk about him. That's their issue, y'all. That's their issue. But if it was me, if I didn't care for a player, I just wouldn't cover the player. They need them views though. They need them views though. So that's the dilemma. Not excusing Shedeur for the bad decision. However, Jerry Jeudy waving his hand like he gonna catch anything that came over there, and then what? Nothing. Yeah, that was a trust situation. Hey, I'll throw this up if you're gonna fight for it. So next time you just gonna wave your hand and you just gonna win by waving it. 68 played like a rookie. I'm surprised he's been in the league 7 years. Yeah, he's been here a while. He just can't get better. He can't get better. So here's a thought. Some QBs have got the football out fast so Miles can't sack them. Does that mean they hold on to the ball longer to make better plays? C.A. Anderson, I like your thought process there. Big plays take time to develop. That's just it. If you notice, I never accepted the time to throw was because Shedeur didn't know what he was seeing. Now, they rarely even bring up time to throw. They only bring up time to throw as a subtle dig when they've already given Shedeur a compliment. Well, he still kind of holds the ball too long. Initially, they were saying he held the ball too long because he couldn't process. They never thought about, are these long developing routes that we running? Never thought about that. So, see, Anderson, you onto something. Skip be talking big trash for real. Once he started going in on somebody, he going in. I love the honesty from Skip. That's it. If more people just did this, this whole space would be different. Collectively would be different. If they just said, hey, I like this person, I don't like this person. That's all they got to do. Isn't it interesting how all the haters have the same talking points? First, loss, draft status. Second, be the injured Steelers team. Third, the defense won the game. That's it. They're going through the stages of grief, Ivy League Mac. I said it earlier. I said we're going to see people go through the different stages of grief. And y'all remember I said Dylan Gabriel was melting under the pressure. We are going to watch them melt under the pressure and see that Shedeur is going to be the quarterback in 2026. They're going to go through it this whole week. Y'all going to see it. By Friday get here, they're going to say, well, if he beat Cincinnati, and they're going to be somber about it. In the next 5 to 10 years, I see media rights in players' contracts, which will impact the analyst's ability to make money off of players they just want to talk bad about. Things will change. Things will change. I think the first major change in sports is going to be the beat writer is going to go away. And the problem is you don't have enough young beat writers coming in to replace the beat writers who've been doing it for 30, 40, 50 years. There's not a new pipeline of young beat reporters because that's not the way it goes anymore. It's independent media. So what happens if y'all know it, a lot of teams, I ain't gonna say majority, a lot of teams have beat reporters who've been beat reporters for 30, 40 years. What happens when those people retire? What happens when those people don't cover the team anymore? Who's going to cover the team then? So that's what it's going to be. And I think the beat reporter is going to be gone in 10 years. It's not enough. We are not pushing people into sports journalism at the same rate when you can just go independent. It doesn't make sense. Time to throw yesterday was 2.94, under 3 seconds. They got it. Hey, them goalposts get heavy, y'all. Those analysts miss a lot of good games. I think they should rely on eye tests first, then stats. At least they will sound reputable. That's a fact. That's a fact. And they're not watching the games. They're not rewatching the games. And y'all are gonna hear a lot of people say, because I heard this right after the game, he played great in the first half. Second half, he was poor. But then once you really look at what happened in the second half, you see that it was penalties that were stalling out every drive. So then I'm like, dang, did you even watch the game? Why people don't like Shedeur is baffling to me. What's not to like about him? The most people that don't like, he has a lot of loyal supporters, which is crazy work. Detroit Gemini, for real. For real. I have to say it, the Cleveland local media is currently populated by a bunch of losers. They exist because the Browns have been losers, but they're about to lose their job. Talk to him, Ivy League Mac.
You about to lose your job.
I'm saying this with my full chest. Nobody has to decipher if I mean what I'm saying or anything. If you cover the Cleveland Browns, and you are upset that the Cleveland Browns won yesterday, you are a loser. I want this to be clear. If you cover the Cleveland Browns and you are upset that the Cleveland Browns won yesterday, you are a loser. I don't care who the person is. Whoever covers the Cleveland Browns and is mad that they won, you're a loser. And I mean that with my whole chest, my entire chest. And I want it to be clear. So any person that is upset about the win, you fall in that category, you're a loser. And if you don't like it, that's a you problem. That's a you problem. Don't forget they're gonna have this. Don't forget they're gonna have Deshaun Watson playing before Shedeur in the last stage of grief. That's a fact. That is a fact. That's the one they holding on to. From Josina Anderson, new. I'm told the Browns have met with former GMs Chris Greer and Tom Telesco to gather perspectives for exploratory talks on potentially adding senior voices per league sources. Hey, you got to build this thing out. You have to build it out. PBR is exposing all them dirty little press box secrets for real. And then it just makes you wonder, why do we need these people? Why do we need them? It's customary to connect with available personnel on the market during carousel season. I agree. I agree. Let me see. Hopefully my stuff is right. Let's add this in. We are back. Shout out to Shanithia. I appreciate you and all your support. Let me play this.
Oh my God! Wow!
I got money.
I appreciate you, Shanithia. Shout out to all your support. Let me get your sound
Broncos
effect.
country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Can we give a shout out to Pamela Oliver? I'm so used to calling her Pam Oliver. For Pam Oliver for her induction. Sis has been in the game for a long time, and I love her. Let me get this. Let me get this link. Let's copy the link. Let's see. Copy link address. She made it to the Hall of Fame? Let me get this pulled up. Yeah, let me go to site. Oh, let's get it. Yeah, I'm about to play this, y'all. I'm about to play this. I see you, Crown Woman Collective. What's going on? We coming to you next. I gotta play this. I gotta play this for Pam Oliver. Let me change this up on the screen. Where we at? Let's go. I want to get a good view of it too. Let me do this. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Let me start this over. Let me get the sound.
Pam, there's Pam Oliver. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to a Hall of Famer. She was inducted Tuesday night into the SVG Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame. Well-deserved honors.
Way to go, Pamela.
Congratulations, Pam. Welcome. Good to be with you in the Hall of Fame.
Congratulations, Pam.
Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to Pam Oliver.
Now she's being shy.
Oh, shit.
When has Pam ever been shy before?
Pam, speech.
Oh, you want a speech? I didn't know what you guys were up to back there, but no, it was just a magical night. I still can't believe that my feet have not touched the ground. It is just amazing. I owe a huge debt of gratitude to Fox for giving me all these years to flourish and grow, and that has a big part to do with why I'm in the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame, and never thought I'd be saying those words, but I'm pleased as could be.
Congrats. Well deserved. Nobody deserves it more than Pam. Congratulations.
Shout out to her. Shout out to her. Clap it up for her, y'all. Shout out to Pam Oliver, y'all. Shout out to Pam Oliver. She been doing this thing. She been holding it down. She is not one of the ones to get into any of the mess, to get into any of the nastiness. So shout out to her. Salute to her. Salute to her on that major accomplishment of getting put into the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame. I like that. Shout out to Shanithia for even letting us know. Shout out to you, Shanithia. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I like that. Shout out to Crown Woman Collective. What's going on? How you feeling?
Oh my God! Wow!
I got money.
Say it with your chest, sir. Good morning. Good morning to you as well. And yes, if you didn't hear it, we're going to run it back so y'all can hear it. If you cover the Cleveland Browns and you woke up this morning and you went to the ESPN radio station, you went to YouTube and clicked start live stream, you put out a video, you did any of those said things, and you were talking about that it's a bad thing that the Browns won, let me look you in the camera so y'all can see this. You are a loser. Loser. I want you to repeat after me. I am a loser. I don't want to win. Make it very clear. So if the shoe fits, wear it. Hey, just wear it. Just wear it. You might as well get a shirt that's, you know what I'm saying, a white shirt with red letters that say loser across the front, because that is a loser mentality. That is a loser mindset. And you want to keep doing the same things as you've been doing because you're insane. So losers, stay on that side. It's a new day. If you want to change the culture, you bring me in. That's what some quarterback said. And now they hear, and the culture is changing, and the team is not sitting there waiting for the next loss. The team is fighting for wins, and that's what you want. Not this loser talk that people are doing. Those people are losers. And if you feel some type of way, that's a you problem. 100% a you problem. I don't care. Get over it. Get over it. Because I will be fine. Get over it. I got something for y'all. We got another video. Before we get to the next video, we're going to do something different. My computer always act funny when I'm showing different tabs. So let me get this tab for y'all. Let's see. My computer, it get funky on me, so we going to get it. Where is it at? So can we call last week EPA Gate? Should we put a title on it? EPA Gate for last week? That's what Jason Lloyd turned it into. And I told y'all he was not using the stat correctly. We went through what EPA tracks. We found out the EPA is not all encompassing like he wanted us to believe. That's what we're going to. Let me pause. I got a video.
Hello, it's your favorite sports thunk here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe.
Come on now. I'm going to let you on the show. Just calm down. Cleaning up some of the stuff in the back end, y'all. We're going to call last week EPA Gate. So we learned about EPA. We learned what it tracks. We learned what it doesn't track. The problem is, it's every week, y'all, that we track EPA. This is the EPA chart for week 17 so far. Y'all want to know something? Remember, I told y'all EPA is on the vertical axis. Let me do this. Let's make it clear. Because what happens is every week it's a new stat, and then they bring up the stat until the stat don't prove what they were trying to lie about. Okay. EPA is here. It's on this side, y'all. So you want to be, the higher you are, the better you are at EPA. So when I showed y'all these quarterbacks and how they played this week, C-Tune, he came in, I think he only had like 6 snaps for the Packers. He ended up throwing an interception, kind of costing them that game versus Baltimore when they were still in it. When Malik Willis' shoulder got hurt. We see Bryce Young. We see Sam Darnold. We see Geno Smith. This is the young Oladukin. That's the 4-year. He's been in the league 4 years. He's been on the practice squad for the Kansas City Chiefs. We see him there. We see Mac Brosners. We see Jared Goff. We see Aaron Rodgers. This is EPA, y'all. Where's Shedeur Sanders at on EPA? Shedeur's right here. Really close to a Justin Herbert. Y'all know that guy? Anybody say anything bad about him? Not really, huh? All right, let's look. Let's look at EPA. Let's see who was the lowest. All right. Bryce Young, Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers, Sam Darnold, Phillip Rivers, Geno Smith. And then we get to Shedeur Sanders. So not the lowest. Not like Jay wanted us to believe. Jay wanted us to believe Shedeur is not good. Man, my stats went away. Let me reload it. But once you look at it, Shedeur is not the lowest. So I should have taken a screenshot of it. But y'all get the gist. Shedeur is not the lowest. So guess what they won't talk about this week, y'all? They're not gonna talk about EPA. They're not gonna talk about EPA. They're only gonna talk about EPA when it paints Shedeur in a bad light. All right, there we go. It came back. Let me get this EPA back up for y'all. And this is what they don't like. They don't like when you actually pull the receipts on these people. Let me get to week 17. When you pull the receipts on these people and see if what they say holds up. How valuable could your information be if less than a week later, your information is not valid? That quick, Jason Lloyd. What you told us don't matter. Just like that. It's loading it up. Here we go. This site is moving kind of slow right now for some reason, but this site is moving slow. I don't know why it's moving so slow. Come on, man, update. But y'all see it. It as soon as you pull their stats to the light, let's see if Jason Lloyd says anything about EPA this week, because I know he won't. I know he won't. Let's get this down. I just wanted to show y'all that real quick. They're still updating. It'll be interceptions today, for real. For real. No one talks about the number 1 draft pick and his struggles. For real. EPA gate is nasty work. Jason Lloyd played himself. Forever lost credibility. For real. He lost it just like that. He was Ivy League Mac. He was better off saying, I don't like Shedeur. That's all he had to do. He would have got initial blowback by saying he don't like Shedeur. Then people would have processed it. And you know what they would have said? They would have said, you know what? You're right. You don't like Shedeur. So why do we got to listen to you? That's all it is. That success rate looks good for 12, all things considered. For real. For real. I miss anybody up here? Okay, I think I got everybody. Yeah, so they going to switch up what they talk about. Let's get to Unc and Ocho, because Unc and Ocho were talking about the game last night. Their reactions are usually really good. Let me get them up. Last night I heard them speaking on how the ball he threw was spiraling. They just they don't know what to say. They don't know what to say. So when you don't know what to say, you just find the issue with something. You find the issue with something. They just find the issues because they don't like them. EPA some BS. Wide dart up there with Purdy. Yeah, my EPA stat chart started acting funky. I'll try to pull it up while we got Unc and Ocho up. Remember, EPA is not the end-all be-all like they want us to believe once we learn what it really is. Let's get to it. I'll try to pull it back up. It's created based on the API, and it seems like their API is having trouble in the background. So that's probably why it's not working, but I'll see if I can get it pulled up while we're listening to Unc. We got Unc and Ocho talking about the Browns game. Let's play it. Let's get to it.
Button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So,
and it took away from Chips. It took away from them offensively what they wanted to do. Obviously, you don't have DK Metcalf in. If you don't have DK Metcalf, you need to do everything possible offensively to run your offense and make up.
He doesn't slide protections. He doesn't know when he's hot. They'll get tired of being wrong eventually. For real. EPA was set up to favor who they like. They thought it was because they didn't understand the stat. That's why now it doesn't match. They are in struggle mode. They're going through the 5 stages of grief. That's why when we were breaking down that Jason Lloyd segment, I said Jason Lloyd is lying right here. Saying he don't know when he's hot. Jason Lloyd don't even know how to explain it. He was hot yesterday making throws. Jason Lloyd just repeating what he's saying. He can only throw when somebody is wide open. That's not true. That's why I showed y'all the big time throws. Those are tight window throws, according to PFF. He just don't know what he's talking about. Jason Lloyd just was lying. Jason Lloyd, they was playing telephone, and Jason Lloyd got the stuff. He heard what they said. He just repeated the lies. He didn't even have the wherewithal to look at the film and see if any of it matched. He just accepted it. He just accepted it. He accepted it. Whatever y'all say goes. That's why he looked crazy. That's why he looked crazy.
For the productivity that you're not going to have from him. And having a chip and double team goddamn Myles Garrett the entire game takes away from exactly what he just said. Doing the most you can from an offensive standpoint to make sure you win that game. Now, the elements and the conditions played somewhat of a part in it too, as well. But hell, the Browns had to play in the same conditions.
Absolutely.
Talk to him.
Absolutely. I agree with what Myles had to say. They put a lot of emphasis on that.
He was pressure on 64% of his dropbacks yesterday. For real. They were sending the pressure. They were bringing the heat. It was up to the Browns offensive line to communicate better so they would know who to block and when to block them. But the Browns were making a mistake. The Browns, they were letting 56 Hightower, they were letting him wreck the game. You wasn't seeing him get chipped. You wasn't seeing him put help on that side. It made no sense. So the Browns didn't handle it the best either, but they have to deal with the stats. They brought stats into this. We said we're going to do eye tests, and then we'll use the stats when necessary. They brought stats into it. Now they're mad when you bring the same stats up that they brought. They're mad when you understand the stats better than they do. It's like, come on, man, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
Rolled the pocket more than they normally did. They had every time they always had a receiver to his side, where a tight end or receiver, and on the way out, you chip your way out. Well, in the meantime, I mean, you're not getting into that route in a hurry.
I agree. Ms. Brown, I agree with you. I believe Kevin Stefanski is the one who put out all this stuff about Shedeur. Nobody can tell me otherwise. I believe it was Kevin Stefanski the whole time. Hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I believe it's Kevin Stefanski because too many people were so confident in what they were saying when they were saying the negative stuff about the Shedeur. And if you get it from a staffer, you're not showing the level of confidence that they had when they repeated the trash about Shedeur. If you get it from a head coach or somebody right next to the head coach, you're believing it. And that's why the people went out there and they kept repeating it. And I believe that was based on Kevin Stefanski.
Because that's not how they approached Hutchinson. They were more concerned about, look, we don't want to be a part of your highlight tape. We don't want to be a part of your documentary.
Or history.
Yes.
Or history. Yeah.
So now you're going to look at like, okay, we didn't win. We come back. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to put people down the field. I'm trying to win the ball game. And if he gets a sack, he gets a sack. So who cares if he gets the sack and we go ahead and close out the division? Now we just made it a lot more difficult. There's no guarantee that you're going to have T.J. Watt. I know you like to have T.J. Watt, but there's probably a long.
Craig, what's going on? How you feeling? How funny was it to hear Romo say Shedeur was reading the defense and changing blocking while Jason said he can't read defenses? For real. Gotcha. Gotcha. Talk to him, Kanye.
Relax. You ain't got the answers. I'm asking you ain't been doing the education.
Jason Lloyd ain't been doing the education. Jason Lloyd, he doesn't know what he's looking at. He doesn't know what he's looking at. A quarterback can look at it and say, right there, he just changed the protection. Right there, he's reading where he's hot at. Jason Lloyd, this is the lazy part about Jason Lloyd. He was covering the NBA. He never learned about the NBA game. Now he's covering the Browns. He's never learned about what goes into football. He's never learned about it. It's work. You got to put in work. You got to watch it. You got to know. I watch so much film, y'all. Just so I can have an idea of what the Pittsburgh Steelers was going to try to do to the Browns on 3rd and long, because I know 3rd and long is like a problem situation for any team on offense. I watched 106 plays of the Pittsburgh Steelers on 3rd and long. I think it was 106 or 103. I watched every snap that they had this year in 3rd and long to get an idea of what they were going to do, to see if they were going to send blitzes, send hots, if they were going to overload one side of the line. You think Jason Lloyd did any of that? You think he has any idea of what it takes for a quarterback to just go through his progressions? Romo called it out in real time. That's the crazy part, because he knows what he's looking at. Jason Lloyd does not know what he's looking at. That's why I usually, it's certain stuff I'm hesitant to tag people on. I'm hesitant to call somebody a liar unless it's something that we can prove that's verifiable that they're telling a lie. So when we can prove it, I will not hold back when I say a person is lying. And I said he's just repeating the lies he heard from other people. And then you got Romo calling it out right away. Oh, this read, he's seeing this and doing this. Boom, he's doing this. Come on, Jason. Jason, go sit in that corner. Go sit in that corner. All good, Zedric. I know who you meant. The information is there if you're looking for it. That's a fact. How you been covering the Browns for the last 3 years and you don't have a better understanding of football? How? So it's crazy. It's crazy. A lot of people of the idea that the Pittsburgh Steelers care more about not letting Myles Garrett get the sack record. It did seem like that to me. Just they were making sure Myles wasn't going to be able to wreck that game. As good as he is, he got really close to Aaron Rodgers a couple times, and Aaron Rodgers just kind of flipped the ball away, so it wouldn't be a sack. But now they got to go and they got to play another week, and anything goes in another game. So I don't think it was the right decision by the Steelers. Man, Clyde, what's going on? I don't know why my bot just got you. Clyde, what's going on? That's not how I would have handled the situation. That's not how I would have handled it. Here we go. My bot got to let you live, man. All right, Clyde, you should be good with your messages now. Morning. Yesterday, I wrote that Jerry could have played defense again. Stop always waiting for the balls to drop. Even Acho said, Jerry, you had time to become a DB. Kevin, had you started Shedeur. For real. Put Jason at the kids' table. For real, because he not getting better. Hey, when the grown folks is talking over here, and then we talking about how we about to go play spades and stuff, you stay at the little kiddie table with the Hello Kitty design, or with the Rugrats, or with the Ninja Turtles. You stay over there. There's grown folk business over here. We are actually putting in the work to learn and understand the game on a deeper level. The local reporters will have to actually do work if there's a coaching change. They won't have misinformation fed to them anymore. Maya, for real, they got to do the work. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. So they are fighting against putting in the work. They are fighting against people listening to what they say. They don't want you to bring up stuff they said previously. They just want to be mediocre. I don't want to be mediocre. I have a drive and desire to be the best. I'm going to put in the work to get to that. Not just have it handed to me, or not just hope I work in a situation that people just overlook. They just hope that nobody looks at what they do. They're more happy. I want to tell y'all something. Last year, the Browns, they won 3 games last year, 3-14. The Browns have shown way more signs of life towards the end of this year with certain players, especially young guys, and they are less happy this year than they were last year with all the question marks. Listen to that, y'all. They are less happy this year when you have some core pieces in place. They are more happy last year with the unknown. They rather the unknown than building on the known. That's what it is, y'all. They tripping. Let's get back to Uncle Nocho.
Long shot, it's probably less than 50-50 that you're going to have it. But I agree. I thought Shedeur did some good things. I thought, even you saw Prime grab his hand and like, son, you can't do that. You can't throw the ball across field, hold it up there like you can't. You just can't.
Yeah.
You can't make those kind of mistakes. Turnovers are a premium at this time of year. Go ahead, Ocho.
I'm sorry, the one you threw to Judy?
Yes.
Yeah. Judy got to play DB right down. Judy got to do everything he can in his power to knock that ball down. Even if you're not in position to make a play, do everything you can to make sure that DB doesn't make it. The first interception, the other interception, obviously it was tipped. So that was unfortunate. There was one that was dropped where he threw it goddamn late to the goddamn flat, knowing good and well you can't throw the ball late to the flat. Yes. Especially in
51.
It's raining.
Dropped it.
The ball heavy. So it's definitely not going to get there as fast as you wanted to. So there's certain things that's going to happen. He's going to continue to learn and grow through those pains and in those situations, and know when those situations arise again, you just can't make the mistakes twice.
Yeah, I thought Jerry Jeudy caught what they threw to him. Harold Fannin, I thought that him going out really hurt them. He had tweaked that groin earlier in the week, and it was very questionable whether or not he's going to play. He caught the one deep pass, and the next thing you know, he's out. So I definitely think that hurt Shedeur a lot because he's the guy that he trusts the most to throw to. And I can understand why, because a lot of quarterbacks have a lot of faith in the tight end. It's a lot of easy throws for him. It's a lot of shallow crosses, a lot of drag routes. It's a lot of 5 to 10 yard routes, Ocho. And so especially in conditions like this, a defense like that, it's a mismatch. because most of the time you're going to try to put a backer on him and they can't deal with fanning corners or safeties. They're not big enough, so he can just maneuver them out of the way. But I thought he did some good things today. There's still some things he need to improve on, like getting the ball out of his hand. It's okay to get the ball out of your hand. You're not going to really run away from people. You're not. You're just not. Your feet ain't.
I'll start by saying this. At least they watched the game today, y'all. At least they watched the game. So we're going to, hey, you got to start somewhere. I'm going to give them the props. They actually watched the game. They gave a better analysis of the game because they actually watched it. So thank you that they watched the game. I appreciate that they actually watched the game this week. Fair criticism and critique right there. I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it. I think that's fair. I think he should have gave Shedeur Sanders the game ball, but it seems he went out of his way to make sure he didn't. I know Carson Swessinger played hurt, but he also almost cost him the game. AR was picking on him that last drive. Craig. Craig. On the drive that they had at the end of the game, at the end of the first half and at the end of the game, they were eating up the middle of the field, and that was Carson Schwarzenegger's zone. So you commend him for trying to push through, but he was leaving. He was opening it up for him. That was the problem. And also, I was saying they should have kicked the ball and made them return so you can take time off the clock, and also so they don't get automatically put to the 35. One throw, they were at the 50-yard line. And that's why I was saying you make them drive the length of the field. You don't give them 10 yards, make a big difference, y'all. They were right there. Aaron Rodgers can get you upfield. He can get you upfield. And that's what he did. So they tried their best to hand it off to them. I'm glad the Browns were able to hold out and get the win. But definitely some questionable coaching things towards the end of that. Jakey, 1, 2, 3, release him. Crowd Woman Collective. Unfortunately, he gonna be here at least another year. Miss Sparks, thank you, D, for being the man you are. You give so much into your podcast. Miss Sparks, I appreciate you. Thank you for being a member on Patreon. And thank you for seeing the work I put in. Like, I'm putting in the work. I'm not just getting up here and going through the motions like some people do. I'm making sure that we enjoy ourselves, and also you get a better understanding. Of what's happening. Because football, it's explained like it's this super complex game, but certain parts of football are very easy and digestible. And that's what I want to make sure everybody gets that point and they can understand it. So I appreciate you, Miss Sparks. I appreciate you. Jakey said, y'all don't pay me to play DB2, for real. He said, hey, y'all pay me to catch. Y'all don't pay me to be knocking the ball down and none of that stuff. That's not what you pay me for. Shannon said the same thing every time. He makes some timely throws. You know what? Shannon is one of those people that has certain things that he just is. If he's given a positive critique, it's always going to be part of it. You know, he made some timely throws. He got rid of the ball when he needed to. You know, he just says stuff like that. He always says that type of stuff to just, you know, he can't help himself. They were picking on him in certain spots. Cedric, for real. They were picking on Carson Swessinger. They were picking on him because they saw he couldn't move enough. You know what Shedeur does? He highlights the people around him. Look at how many people know Fannin is that dude now, just like when we all knew the CU wide receiver core and now NFL teams they're on. That is facts. CO7 111. That is facts. Big facts. Big facts. They should have pushed Bond deep, but I wonder how much his pinky was affecting him. And the wind. I think the wind played more of a factor. The wind played more of a factor than kind of we really spoke about. The analytics make it seem complicated. I agree with that. Because the analytics, usually those second level analytics come because people have a lack of understanding. So they're trying to find markers or things that trigger this was good and this was bad because they don't know. They don't know. If we pay JJ just to catch, we need some change back. Craig said, we sent him to the store. We need that change back. We not getting our money's worth, bro. Where the rest of it? Where the rest of it? I remember my mom, when we was kids, she would send us to the corner store to go get something. My mom, she used to drink a lot of Pepsi back in the day. That was her. She liked Pepsi. She'd send us to the corner store, and however much Pepsi costs, you know, you got that change in your pocket. And this back in the time of penny candy and 25-cent potato chips and 25-cent Hostess snacks. So any change, we was spending that thing right in the store. We was coming back with no change. we was just like Jerry Judy. We was coming back pockets bare with all type of candy in them. All type of candy. My take, the Browns won because Shedeur has figured out how to beat the other teams. His crap offense and sabotaging coaches took a few weeks to figure out that Rubik's Cube. That's it. You got to work around the stuff that the other guys do that's not good. You got to work around Cam Robinson just not being good. It was on full display yesterday how bad Cam Robinson is. Full display. Yesterday here in Chicago, I stopped at the gas station. I heard 2 customers complimenting Shedeur. Was 12 the top selling Christmas gift? The numbers, when the numbers come out on how many jerseys Shedeur sold and how much merch he sold, I think it's going to blow. It's going to blow any of these other ones out of the water. It's going to blow them out of the water. Once the NFLPA release the numbers, it's going to blow all of them out of the water. The players only get a small percentage of that, but Shedeur going to make a couple million. He going to make some millions off of his jersey sales and merch through the NFL. He going to make some money. He going to make some money. He going to make it. He going to make it. That's another thing. They're not looking at Shedeur like his growth is going to keep coming. Every game I'm looking, is he doing something a little bit better? He was so on time on those first couple of drives. And then what people want to do is people want to say, oh man, the offense slowed down, it's Shedeur's fault. But they don't want to look at the offense slowing down being due to what was happening on the drive. So let's do this, y'all. Oh, my EPA came back up. My EPA status back up. I think Charmaine was asking because somebody was by Shedeur. I can't remember who the player was, but my EPA came back up. Let's hit up ESPN real quick. Sad part is it's getting worse for Cam Robinson each game, for real. Cam Robinson is auditioning for Waste Management. I saw somebody say he need to go get his CDL. I was almost in tears when I saw that comment. They said he need to go get his CDL. Oh man, almost took your boy out. I was almost in tears. I'm going to show y'all something. And this is people who didn't watch the game. People who didn't watch the game, they are not recognizing this. People who watched the game, they know exactly what happened. So, hey Stefanski, a few weeks ago, Ben Johnson of the Bears gained 4 game balls. Talk to him. You can give more than one. You can make a hard decision. Kevin Stefanski, you can make a hard decision. All right, let's go to the third quarter. So the third quarter, 2 drives, or 1 drive for the Browns, I should say. So they were moving 5 yards, penalty, Cam Robinson, holding. That erased a 12-yard run. Cam Hayward got rough in the passer. We got 15 yards. We are driving. 2nd and 9. Cam Robinson, false start. Then Shedeur got sacked. 2nd and 14. Dylan Sampson is 3rd and 15. Most teams don't get 3rd and 15. Sanders gets 5% of every 12 jersey sold. I saw the breakdown. I don't remember it fully off the top of my head. The 5% is they take off what it costs to manufacture the jersey, and then there's a split between the NFL and the players. It's how they do it. I can't remember the exact amount. It might be 5%. You might be right. All right. Now let's go to the fourth quarter. So that last drive was stalled out. That drive stalled out due to penalties and due to other things that were out of his control. If a team is at 3rd and 15, I believe it's like a 90% chance that they are not going to get that first down. So that is what it is. Let's go to the fourth quarter. False start on Joe Bitonio. So very first play, they start behind the sticks. They start behind the sticks again. That's when Shedeur had a short pass for 10 yards, so it was 2nd and 5. He threw that interception to Jerry Jeudy, which I didn't like that play at all. Let's keep it going. Let's go next drive. Dylan Sampson, 26-yard run. What happened? KT Leviston was holding that time. So now 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 12. Dylan Sampson for 6 yards. Pass to Dylan Sampson was a screen. They get nowhere. He passed to Canella for 5 yards. They got a punt. Y'all noticing every drive we are seeing penalties. They're getting behind the sticks on penalties, pre-snap penalties and post-snap penalties. Let's go to their next drive. 3 plays, 9 yards, 3-yard run. Shedeur scrambled for 6 yards. Then they ran their heavy package. When it was 3rd and 1, they didn't get it. They had the punt. I think people were saying go for it here at the 19, and I was like, there's no way you go for it here. At the 19-yard line, they had the punt. Let's go next drive. 4 plays, 5 yards. This is when it was a turnover on downs. Dylan Sampson got 5 yards. Dylan Sampson got -1 yard, and then they ran again. This is when they ran that 1-yard play. This is when I wanted them to run the read option. Let Shedeur keep it if they crash down the line. They didn't do it. They kicked the field goal. That's it. So if you see, if all those drives, you have offensive linemen putting them behind the sticks, how are you supposed to overcome that? You cannot overcome an offensive lineman like Joe Matonio jumping off sides. That's not on the quarterback. That's not on the quarterback. Angela says she wants a Shedeur Sanders jersey. Got to get one. And once again, and they were constantly driving with bad field position. Yes, they were. We need some big bodies who can play ball and help our quarterback. For real. For real, that's what we need. That's exactly what we need. So y'all see it. Y'all see what it is. People who watch the game, we saw this in real time. People who are looking to make Shedeur look bad, they're just saying he played bad in the second half. And I'm like, did you watch this? With what we know, the Browns offensive line, undisciplined nature of this team, how could we expect Shedeur to overcome that? There's no way, y'all. So people just not being honest. They're not being honest with their critique and criticism of Shedeur, and it'll be easier for them if they just said, hey, I don't like Shedeur. If they just look into the camera the same way I look into the camera and said, if you were mad about the Browns winning, you're a loser. That's all they got to do. Say they don't like Shedeur. Way too many penalties. Craig, for real. Way too many penalties. Way too many penalties. Way too many things happening that were pushing them behind the sticks. This offense is barely good enough to start off at 1st and 10. They are definitely not good enough to be at 1st and 15, 2nd and 15. They're not good enough to overcome that. It's Wyatt Teller back. So I was looking for Wyatt Teller yesterday, and the few times I looked, I didn't see him on the field. They said he was in the medical tent due to his calf. So I don't know if he re-injured it on 1 or 2 snaps that I didn't see, or I wasn't able to lock in on him on the field. But they said he re-injured the calf. That's why after Tevin Jenkins got a concussion, Luke Whippler was in at guard. So we were just going through it at guard, y'all. So I don't know how bad it was for him. To think they were mad he turned down the Browns. What people don't do is you got to look at the Browns from the outside looking in. Who wants to come to this? So somebody who wants to come to this, you got to accept them and embrace him. Like Shedeur said, lots of people want to see him fail, but not going to happen. For real. For real. If they are going through all the stages of grief today, what they're going to do if we go beat Cincinnati? Because the Browns usually split the series with Cincinnati. We match up really well with Cincinnati. We got the cornerbacks to match up with them. We got the D-line to match up with them. Cincinnati does not stick to the run game. So we're in a good spot. He played something yesterday, Craig. Yeah, when I was doing the live stream, I was looking for him. I was trying to key in. I wasn't able to see him that much, but then when Luke Whippler went in after the concussion to Tevin Jenkins, I was like, okay, maybe he's re-injured, and then they said he was in the medical tent. I was talking about the Bengals. There's where I was. I had to catch my train of thought. We got a chance to beat the Bengals. The Bengals don't stick to running the ball. We got a chance to win this. They're really going to be going through it next week. So, hey, protect yourself. Protect y'all peace. Don't let them get to y'all. Let me shout out everybody who had the support today. Let me go through it. Shout out to Charmaine, Harris Room Sports, C.A. Anderson, Natalie, Shanithia, Crown Woman Collective. I appreciate all of y'all support. Some notes for y'all. So, on Wednesday, we're watching the Ohio State game. We're doing a watch party for the Ohio State game on Wednesday. So we are not going to do a morning stream on Wednesday. The Ohio State game, the kickoff is supposed to be 7:30. So starting at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, we're going to do a Browns stream. It's going to be an hour long leading into the watch party. So that's what it's going to be for Wednesday. New Year's Day is going to be, Junk is going to be done. They're hoping he's going to be back for training camp. Who is the replacement for Cam Robinson? Shanithia, we are all trying to figure out. Maybe it'll be the tackle that they got from Buffalo. New Year's Day, we're doing a live stream. It's going to be at 4 p.m. We got Indiana versus Ohio State. We're doing a watch party. Friday will be normal. Time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you put notifications on because Wednesday is going to be a little different. Wednesday, we're going to stream 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, going right into a watch party, talking about Browns things. I appreciate all of y'all for tapping in. There's been another good stream. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Protect your peace. The haters going to go through it this week. That's their problem. That's not ours. We going to be good. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I will see y'all Wednesday, 6 p.m. Until next time, peace, everybody.
Hey, Bond.